Hey, how's it going, guys? Matt here from Toasty DIY, and I'm here with a little bit of a story time. For those who don't know, or maybe just finding this video for the first time, we have a YouTube channel other than this YouTube channel called Toasty Bros, and over there we do a lot of different stuff. We build gaming PCs, review laptops, but one thing that we've been doing a lot recently is kind of wasting our money on a bunch of random stuff for retailers that you probably shouldn't buy from, like Wish.com. And today we're going to talk about a story of how we technically got scammed, even though we're in the process of getting our money back. We probably will get our money back, but I just wanted to give you all a little bit behind the scenes of a project that I thought was going to be an absolute banger over on the main channel, but ended up being a bit of a weird scam that kind of confuses me still to this day. So basically what happened, I'll go ahead and switch to our desktop capture here, is I picked up this laptop off of Wish. Now I do have to mention one important detail. This laptop at the time of me purchasing it was $450. So when you look at these specs and you see this price, you're probably like, ew, you could buy a gaming laptop for $700 like a 3050. At the time when I purchased it, it said it was $450, had an MX 450, i7, all that sort of stuff. And at $450, I thought that was an absolute bargain. But what ended up going wrong is I placed the order originally, and then after, I would say like 2 or 3 weeks, it was marked as delivered, and it was said to be marked as delivered to our office, which we have a weird setup at our office when it comes to deliveries. We have packages that come in and then they're left in like a Dropbox or whatever. And sometimes the well, not UPS, the USPS delivery driver, the post office, will say something is delivered, but then won't actually deliver something until the next day. It's a really weird situation. Don't understand why that happens. But regardless, we held out hope for about a week that maybe it's still going to show up. But then after a week, it didn't show up. And I went to Wish to dispute this problem. And let me actually see if I can pull up our conversation that we had. This is the conversation I had with the Wish support agent, which, of course, it's Wish. I didn't expect much of it, but I basically told them that, hey, this was marked as delivered, but it did not open. And I reopened a ticket multiple times, and all I get is this message saying that, oh, the tracking confirmed that it was delivered to your address. So, yeah, you're out of luck. Can't really do much about it. If you want to do something, dispute it with the delivery people, or check your building manager, neighbors, or members of your household to make sure they didn't, steal it or do something with it. So long story short, after they sent this message, they closed out the chat instantly, and anything I send to them, I hear absolutely nothing back. So great on you, Wish customer support. Absolutely love that. But other than that, I ended up thinking, okay, you know what, we're just gonna file a dispute with our bank, we're gonna move on with our lives. But the funny thing is, I got a text message, which I'm not gonna disclose the number. I don't want people just going after this person, or if this is just some fake phone number, who really knows. But long story short, the person that texted me claimed that they were gonna fix this issue, and they were going to send a new model out, but the big stipulation was that the laptop is not in their inventory anymore in their US warehouse, which I highly doubt there was a US warehouse to begin with. But regardless, there was no laptop in the US warehouse anymore, so they had to order it from China. He sent me a tracking for 17track.net, which is like overseas tracking, nothing uncommon there, and I was told just to wait. A month passes by and everything looks like it's going good. It gets transferred to USPS again, the post office, and I'm waiting for an update on when it's going to get delivered. I get a delivery update date and I'm like, cool, we might actually get this laptop. I'm really surprised, but we might actually get this laptop. And last thing I check on USPS, if you check the tracking again, is it says it went from Chicago. Keep in mind, we're based out of Louisville, Kentucky. That's not some hidden information. We're based out of Louisville, Kentucky. It went from Chicago to Hawaii, back to Chicago, and then back to Hawaii, and then it was marked as delivered in Hawaii. So I don't know if they just sent a pile of rocks to Hawaii or something to Hawaii and just basically tried to just delay me being able to do a return. I don't know what their problem was, and I just really think it's weird that this person gave me a phone number as well, that I might do some deep diving on to see if it's a legit phone number or if it's just some burner. It had iMessage, so it could just be some burner phone number, but regardless, they really wasted about a month and a half of my time on this. I'm not stressing about it, but I thought it was an interesting story to share over on Toasty DIY because buying on Wish, not the greatest, and I just want to give a full disclosure here that this company is probably not one you want to deal business with, because they're still selling the laptop, but it's jumped up $200 in price. So it could either be they're a legit company and they just did not want to sell me this laptop at $450 because they were out of stock of the discounted one and they just wanted to be shady about it, or I don't know. They're just shipping scams. So all I know is this is the seller right here. Keep this in mind if you're buying on Wish. Don't probably buy from them, just something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's a little bit behind the scenes what happens at the Toasty Bros. I actually picked up a laptop from Lenovo with similar specs for $500 though, so stay tuned for that video. But yeah, hopefully this was somewhat entertaining for you guys. If you have any other questions about stuff that we do behind the scenes at Toasty Bros, let me know down below, and maybe I'll do more story time content of random things that I can talk about that happens when running a YouTube business. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.